Good evening, one and all. Welcome back to the channel. We are here to, of course, review our massive 2-0 victory. A very lovely way to finish the season, wasn't it? Brilliant day. Very party atmosphere at the John Smiths, and it was a really good day, to be fair. So, obviously our final review show for a few months, isn't it? Obviously, because the season has finished. So. It has been great to do these previews and reviews. I've really enjoyed it, and I've really enjoyed everyone coming in and engaging the chat. Like I say, I really appreciate every single one of you that continue to keep coming back to my channel, because honestly, it means a lot to me. But obviously it was our 7th win in 15 games, this one, and the fact that we got 6 wins from our last 9. Really was quite incredible. But I am not alone. I'm not alone. I do usually start off on my own and then get a guest on at the second half of the show. But I've got a guest on for the full duration of the show, and it is of course always great to welcome him back onto the channel. He's been on a few times, a great lad, and I really do appreciate him coming back on. But welcome on to the stream. Ollie, welcome, mate. Big up, mate.
Yes, big up, mate, of course. Obviously, highest point in 3 days, if you know me and Ryan going to a festival, we were talking a good chat in the back room. But good win for Huddersfield, obviously. And guys, yes, I'm wearing a shirt. It's the only blue thing I could find for Huddersfield. But staying up, good win. The final game of the season, obviously. It's been great being on the channel, of course. It's been a good season, decent season for Huddersfield. As you said, 7 wins in 50 games is brilliant, and ending the season on a few wins as well. Obviously, the Swansea game was a bit annoying, but you got the job done, staying up, and hopefully next season even better. And obviously, Neil Warnock's done a great job for you guys, keeping you up, which is a great job. So. Good win for Huddersfield. Obviously, we're going to talk about the game, but as I said, as should as well. Big up everyone in the comments. You make the stream what it is. You always getting the comments up, and without the comments, obviously streams wouldn't. It helps the streams a lot, and it helps getting more subscribers and stuff. So big up everyone in the chat, of course, and big up Ryan for having me on. Always love coming on here on the channel, and obviously love having you on my channel as well. As I say, Ryan will return on my channel. He's not. I think he's 2 last streams, but. 2 last streams he didn't join, but stream on Thursday. Usually do one on Wednesday, but Arrest, who's in the chat, said Thursday's the best time for him. But big up for having me on.
Big up, mate. Big up. Always a pleasure to have you on here. You know that. Let's go through the comments. Orest obviously is in. Big up to you, Orest, as always here. Like I said, please do make sure you do smash the likes and hit the subscription button if you are new. I believe we are 1 away from 350, which was my target. Which was my next target. So can we get to 350 by the end of the stream, I wonder? We'll see. Let's hit 20 likes. Orest, you're always plugging my channel and always bigging up the channel. Oh, honestly, it just blows my mind. Big up, mate. Joseph's in. Big up to you. Up the town. Neil Warnock's Birmingham. Indeed, mate, indeed. I'm gonna miss chanting Neil Warnock's banner. Maybe we'll still see it next season, even though he's not here. I don't know, but it's gonna be strange. Obviously, not having Neil Warnock in. Big up to Bobby K. Big up, mate.
Big up.
And thanks for coming in. I really appreciate you checking out my channel as always. George is in. Big up to you, mate. I didn't see you around on yesterday, George. I know you said you were gonna get there a bit early. I don't know what happened, obviously, but. We didn't get a chance to meet, obviously, but anyway, maybe next time. But big up to Orest, big up. But what a legend. Aiden's in. Good evening.
Big up, Aiden.
Hope you're okay. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well. I know what a way he deserved it, didn't he? This send off he got, he really did. The atmosphere was unbelievable. It really was. But I hope you're doing well, and big up for coming in. Ramsey's in. Football is a crazy world. Back in January, I didn't think we'd be finished. I know, it's strange. Ironically, last season, obviously, we did get to the playoffs last season. But we were actually going away from Wembley absolutely heartbroken, weren't we? So, for all this season has been so rubbish for us, we've had the fairy tale ending. So, unbelievable. one more. I mean, yeah, that song, what that chant was sung onto in the ground. One more year. But listen, he's obviously 74. He can't do a full-time role for 10 months. Really, it's just too. It just take too much out of him. Really, if I'm honest. It's a big commitment. So yeah, we'd love to. Of course, I don't want him to go, and of course, it was an emotional day yesterday. But it's one of those. He came in to help us, did us a favour, and provided us with a miracle. And that's why I call it a miracle, because I still can't get over the fact that stayed up.
Of course, no, what's funny? I mean,
indeed. Keep them coming, guys. Keep putting Neil Warnock's Barmy Army in the chat, because, like I say, he deserves every bit of praise he gets. Bobby says, "Big up Ryan, Ollie, and everyone in the chat." Yeah, big up to you, Bob.
Big up, Bobby K. Big up.
And thank you for stopping by tonight for us. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm going to go through the lineup. Obviously, we did make 3 changes to our lineup in this one. Obviously, Rhodes came in, which was nice to see Rhodes. Actually, we haven't seen much of Rhodes under Warnock, so it was nice to see him get a start. Diarra obviously came in, and Ruffles came in as well. So obviously, we did go with the 4-2-3-1 formation. Obviously, Pearson, Lees, Heelick, and Ruffles, with Kasumu and Radoni in the DM positions, with Koroma, Diarra, and Headley further forward, and John Rhodes leading the line. So that was our line. To be fair, I mean, obviously Danny Ward wasn't even on the bench. Obviously, he wasn't injured, but obviously Warnock didn't, obviously knew that he'd kind of run himself to the ground these past few weeks, really, to be honest with you. So he obviously didn't involve me in this one. But yeah, I was happy with the lineup, to be fair. I think it was a good lineup. Not the same lineup I went for, but I still obviously thought it was a decent lineup, to be honest with you. Honestly, Ollie did that. I met the new owner. I couldn't believe my eyes on. He came out, and obviously we're a lovely guy as well, by the way. Great to meet him, and obviously he was at the game, obviously watching the game from afar. So yeah, it was lovely to meet him, and I couldn't believe it myself. Yeah, big up to you all in the chat. So yeah, first half. I mean, there's not much to say about the first half, if I'm honest with you. We did look quite poor, if I'm honest. Didn't do a lot. Couldn't seem to perform to the levels, we knew we could. And it did have that nothing at stake feel to it, really, if I'm honest, in that first half. It did. It was a bit flat. And we couldn't really get anything going. In the second half, we really did. By the way, before I get into the second half, big up to the Reading fans that obviously did, travel up. Obviously, I think there were about 800 travelling up to the game. Obviously, for a game that's nothing to play, they are true loyal fans. And I think it was lovely to have that. Obviously, we did show our appreciation to them fans that came up as well. But yeah, hopefully they bounce back next. It's never nice for relegation, so yeah, hopefully they do bounce back next season. It's one of those. Obviously in the first half, though, I mean, it just wasn't that great for us, really, if I'm honest. Aiden said Humboldt, I mean, yeah, what a strike it was by him, yeah. Yeah, he did, didn't he? He dropped the Rashford celebrate, which Ori still like. Guys, big up to Ores. I really appreciate that, as always. Plugging the channel, as you always do, legend. Yeah, I mean, it was an amazing experience, Bobby, if I'm honest with you. It was great to meet the owners, so yeah, hopefully a start of a new era that will be very successful for the football club. But yeah, obviously the first half, I mean, Reading did have an early chance, obviously. Obviously it was not really much, not really a big chance, but obviously the player headed it wide from a cross. So we created a chance from Radoni's free kick, but it was straight at the keeper, unfortunately, from Ruffles' header. But that's all that happened in the first half. Obviously, second half, we came out, and yet again, look a different team. I mean, Warnock did say after the game that he did have to say a few words at half time, really, because we weren't really performing. Like I said, we stepped up a lot in the first half, started to play the football. We know we are capable of, really. So Jackson had a chance from range, just hit it wide. It was a good effort, to be fair. Good effort to obviously, to start off the half. And then the goal, obviously, great pressing from Diarra, which forced the keeper into the mistake. So Diarra then picks up the ball out wide, plays it back to Koroma. Koroma, what a goal again! Great shooting. He obviously got into shooting position and into the right hand corner. Fantastic goal. Obviously 1-0 up. Just after the break, which was nice. I mean, Ollie, what did you make of the goal? Obviously, did you see the goal, and what do you think of Koroma? Obviously, Koroma has just been incredible these past few weeks, and obviously, he just looks a completely different player under Warnock. You're muted, Ollie.
Sorry. Yeah, I think I did catch the goal. I watched a bit of the game. I think it.
Yeah.
I tried watching it, but I didn't think it was on Sky. It was on like the Sky Red button or something. But yeah, Josh Koroma's on fire for you guys. He's doing well. Obviously, I don't know how many goals he's got in his last games, but yeah, good goal and good. I mean, yeah, he's doing well for you. Good striker for you. Hopefully, he stays on next season. But yeah, good goal. Good, obviously, yeah, good to get a goal in the second half. Yeah, good goal. I mean, Reading, as you said, it is unfortunate them going down. As they're definitely one of my teams in the championship, and it's just a shame to see one of my teams go. Obviously, I think I mentioned him before, but they're one of my teams because one of my old friends from my primary school did support them. He was from Reading and he moved over to Somerset. Yeah. But yeah, really unfortunate for them to go down in this way. The points deduction, losing this game, losing a few games as well. But yeah, hold on. Oh yeah, I'm watching the goal now. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, good goal. Yeah, good goal. Oh yeah, from far out. Yeah, it's a good goal. Yeah, sorry. I was just catching up on the highlight. I think I did watch the game, but I just wanted to refresh my memory. But yeah, good goal from him. I think how many goals did he got in his last games?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I was going to check that before I came live, but he's certainly got a fair few anyway, for sure. But yeah,
who got the second goal?
Humbo, which we will get on in a minute. But yeah, fantastic goal as well. This was an unbelievable goal. George says we only score goals in the second half. I mean, we do, though. We're a team that are a second half team, aren't we? Under Warnock, definitely. But yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? We seem to come alive in the second half. Bobby K says, I can't imagine Spurs owners meeting fans. Seems to be that they couldn't help us. So hearing this about your owner taking time to meet fans, I mean, it does. I mean, obviously, he's just come in. Obviously, he starts his work now. It's a new owner. And yeah, he seems a really nice guy for sure. But yeah, man, honestly, the ownership at Spurs, it's awful, isn't it, really? Yeah, we obviously, Naby Sarr, a Reading player now, but obviously he was at our club for a bit. We had that chant going for Naby Sarr at the end as well. Obviously, it was good to see him again today. It was strange to see him in another shirt, but yeah, brilliant guy, obviously. Big up to the United way. Big up. Thank you for coming. Obviously, I love tuning into your shows, obviously, when you go live. So yeah, I'm doing good, mate. I hope you're doing well, obviously. Hopefully, United.
Wait, why was Bobby laughing at me? Go back to that comment.
Yeah, Bobby, why was you laughing?
Yeah, Bobby, explain yourself. Why were you laughing at me?
Oh, God. But yeah, big up to United away. Go and check out his channel. Great channel, of course. It could have been free. I thought it was going in, but fair. I mean, we're going to talk about that in a moment. But yeah, let's get into this second goal now, where I don't know why my stream now. You go.
When I turn my camera off, it takes me off the stream.
But before that, we're going to talk about a chance here. Obviously, Healy launched it long. Obviously, Rhodes did very well to chase this ball down. Obviously, gets onto the ball. Brilliant crossing to Radone, who obviously connects with it very well. And Naby Sarr clears the shot off the line. I thought Radone was going to get himself another goal. when it was going towards goal. But obviously, we had a good block, and then obviously came back out to Radon, and obviously Sarr blocked again. But so unlucky. I think he deserved a goal. That was a brilliant move, really. And then obviously the second goal. I mean, what a goal! Humboldt only scores worldies, and I hope he stays on next season. Honestly, obviously he was only on loan this season, but I really do hope he comes back. But yeah, great strike from distance. What a goal! It literally curled into the top left-hand corner. And what a way for his loan spell to end, though, you know, with this goal. I think it was brilliant. And every single time he makes a big impact from the bench, you know, under Warnock, definitely. And yeah, he doesn't ever like to score simple goals. It's always worldies. But yeah, go on, Ollie. Sorry for that.
Bobby was laughing at the replay I was watching on the. He said, "You're watching the replay live stream." Hilarious. Big up Bobby.
Yeah, but have you managed to catch the second goal?
Yeah, I did.
That
yeah,
was the kick of the bunch.
That was both goals were brilliant from range. And was his goal from outside the box? I think it was.
Yeah, it was. It certainly was. Yeah.
But good goal. As you said, as someone said, they always score goals in the second half. The 1-0 they had, the 2-0 today. So, yeah, I mean, good to get goals in the second half, though. You know, sometimes getting them in the first half can be a bit risky because the other team can come back. You've seen it with Arsenal, obviously. You know, 2-0 up early with Liverpool, and you know, a late minute goal, and then the same with the West Ham one, 2-0 second half. So I prefer second half goals unless you're winning comfortably in the first half. Second half goals are much better than first half goals because if you do score a first half goal, there's plenty of time for the other team to score, which is better for the second half because say it's 0-0 and you score a goal in the second half and you score a late goal or goal before that, there's no way they're coming back to.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is good for you to score second half goals. Good thing. And obviously, Bobby said I did watch the replay. I didn't get to watch the game. I tried clicking the red button. It didn't say anything was on the red button.
Yeah, it wasn't. They won't show it.
That's why I checked the highlights, Bobby. I didn't watch the game, so.
Yeah, absolutely. And big up to Anthony Herbert, who's in the chat. Big up, Ryan. When Warnock got the job, I always said Huddersfield will survive. You must be looking for a mid-table thing. I mean, it's strange you say that, Anthony. I think that we should never be in this position to begin with, really. And I think that we should be looking to put. There's no. If you remember, this team, got us to the playoff final last year, So I'm sorry if we get the. Well, it's not if we need to get the managerial appointment right. Get some few more players, and obviously players out of contract as well. Sort that out. There's no reason why we can't be up there challenging for promotion for me next season. People can call me mad, whatever, but it's true because this season was more to do with the off-field decisions for me, not about the quality. Because we have got some good players in this squad, we have, but like I say, if you haven't got the right man at the top leading things, you're not going to get anywhere. And Warnock has proved that this group, even though he's managed to get the best out of every single one of them, he's proved that this group isn't a bad group, So, but yeah, I mean, I suppose it would be progression if we did finish mid. But for me, we should be challenging higher up for me. But yeah, Warnock has always done it, hasn't he? But this is his best achievement, as I said in previous streams, for sure. Thanks, man. I appreciate your support. Loving the show, and hopefully, hopefully United don't bottle the top four. Please don't bottle the top four, because Liverpool, quite frankly, don't deserve to get in the top four. I'm sorry, but they've not been in it all season. So yeah, we'll just have to see, mate. But yeah, interesting few weeks ahead. Aiden says, Ryan, got a question for you. Which players? I mean, we will do a separate show on this. I don't know if we will do a separate show on this, actually, Aiden. Obviously, I'll sit down, obviously, see who's out of contract. Because to be quite honest, I've been focused so much on the season. I've not really. I mean, obviously, I know Ward's out of contract, Karoma's out of contract. I need to see who else is out of contract, obviously, and then, but we'll definitely do a show on it, mate. About that. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. Joseph, we've seen 2 goal of the season contenders in the last. I mean, you're right, Joseph. To be fair, we have seen some brilliant goals, haven't we, in these past 2? So, yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that really. I can't argue with that at all. Genius Ollie Bobby says, I'm going to start doing the same because I know. Oh, Bobby,
Jeez, I'm talking about the same thing right now.
Oh, Bobby, you do know you have a lot of ball knowledge, Bobby. Don't worry about it. Joe says we actually have great players. The right manager, 4 or 5 signings, we could push next season to the playoffs or automatic. I mean, automatic promotion. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks that like that, Joe. Because honestly, you know, I think that if we get the decisions right this summer, a lot of decisions to be made, and there's no reason why this squad cannot be pushing up at the top in next season, so yeah, I completely agree. And Ramsey says Chrome should be the first player to get a new I mean, absolutely, mate. I do agree with you there. I think that he does deserve a new contract, Chrome. Hopefully that gets sorted out, but you just never know when these contracts run right down until they've actually run out. You question if they're actually going to be sat. I think it's more difficult to maybe make a deal happen when that happens, really. But we'll just have to see. But hopefully he does stay. Bobby says, "Cheers, Ryan," but I'm faking it, mate. Oh, Bobby, you do have a lot of ball knowledge. You know you do. But yeah, we're going to get into the player ratings. Obviously, I was at the games. Obviously, this is probably the longest part of the show. But obviously, Lee Nichols. Obviously, I mean, he didn't really have much to do in this game. He didn't really have a single save to make until the very last kick of the game, if you remember right in the end. But for me, I'm going to give him a 7. I think he played very well, and it's good to see him back and get a few games. Going into the summer, and obviously he'll be ready to go again next season. Ollie, I mean, I don't know if you want to contribute.
Yeah,
I mean, feel free to jump in whenever you wish, because I know you didn't watch.
Do you want me to give my Lee Nichols one?
Yeah, if you want to. But I know you didn't see the game, so
no. I'm going to look at an app that helps me. So with the Lee Nichols, no saves to make. I saw that he got a 1 high claim. He got 32 touches, not the best accuracy pass, and 1 clearance. For me, he gets a 6. He had nothing to do. He got 1 claim. If he would have got a few saves, would have got up to a 7 or 8. But goalkeepers, unless it's a clean, well, obviously it was a clean sheet. Actually, yeah, I'll go for a 7 because it was a clean sheet. But if it's a clean sheet and you don't do anything, 8, 9, 10's very, lucky. But if he would have kept at least 3 saves, he would have got a 9 or a 10 for me. But no saves and a clean sheet deserves a 7. I agree with you. 7 for Lee Nichols. And yeah, he's proven that he can play with Vlakic, is it?
Yeah, Vaclik. Vaclik. He's the one that's obviously going to be going back to his club now. So I'm interested to see.
Right, yeah.
I don't think he'll be coming back, to be honest with you. Obviously, it was only a short term. Let's just go into the comments. Guys, we had 2 away from 20 likes. Oh, lovely. Like I said, big up to Horace, man. Honestly, yes. It just blows my mind. It continues to plug the channel. But if you haven't already, do make sure you smash the likes for sure. And it is free, as he quite rightly points out. Joseph likes to have a very precise rating, and he has gone for a 6.6. I don't know how he comes up with these ratings, but 6.6 for Joseph and for Nichols. But yeah, big up, mate. Nichols 6. Ramsey says he could have got a deck chair out and sat there whole game. Yeah. He really didn't really have much to do, did you really? But yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love you do make me laugh, Ramsey. George says definite 7 for him. For Nichols, he agrees with me, and obviously Ollie now, because Ollie's changed to a 7. Since Warnock came in, we have scored 15 second half. Nice. I love the stat, by the way. I do love a stat, Aidan, so thanks for contributing to the stats. So yeah, we've scored 15 second half goals, Ollie, since Warnock's come in. So yeah.
And I've looked at Neil Warnock's left record as well. He's only lost 4 games, and he's won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, and he's drawn 4. So that's a great record. And obviously, his all-time record as well. He's won 358 games, drawn 223, and lost 320. So that's a 40% winning streak, 25 draw streak, and a 35% loss. So he's a good manager, and he's managed a load of clubs such as Plymouth, Huddersfield, Notts County, Leeds. So yeah, he's a great manager, and it's good to have him back. As I said, a lot of people in the chat and me definitely want him to stay. So hopefully he does. But whoever comes in, if he doesn't stay, is going to be a good manager, hopefully, and they keep you up and have a good season. But if you keep Neil Warnock, you're going to have a great season. You'll definitely stay up, possibly even mid-table playoff finish. So we'll wait and see. But as I said, either keep Neil Warnock or recruit a good manager that's going to keep you up and have a good season.
Yeah, and Warnock has said that he will be happy to advise the owner of who potentially may be the best fit as well. So that'll be obviously really crucial as well. You know, you've got to obviously trust Neil Warnock. He knows what he's talking about for sure. But yeah, thank you for that, Ed, and thank you, Ollie, for providing some. I love a start. So keep it coming, people. The United just hit the subscription button. Big up. So we have hit 350 subscribers. So
have we? Oh, yes.
So big up to everyone. The United Way has made that happen.
Road to 400 now.
Yeah, so honestly, thank you, mate, for that. I really do appreciate that. Big up to you. And Nichols gets a 7 for Orest. Yeah, I mean, nice.
I think we all agree on a 7.
Orest, if you want to come on, feel free to come on whenever you want to come on, by the way.
I'll send you the link, Orest. I'll send you
No, I've already sent it, Bob.
Oh, have you? Oh, right.
I mean, he was planning to come on. He usually comes on. I think he usually comes on about now, to be fair. So you're more than welcome to come on Orest now if you wish. Or if you're not ready yet, come on when you're ready. But yeah, Nichols, yeah, definitely agree with me and Ollie there with the 7. Ram says, don't like the thought of putting pressure of a full season on what. I mean, it's true, isn't it? The age he is, you don't want to be putting so much pressure on him. It's just not that, really. He came in to help us out and save us, and he's done that. So I think he deserves to be able to. He's just at an age where he can't do 10 months a year, really. In a season, it's just too long, really. But yeah, absolutely, mate. Rocket Ronnie Jepson as manager next season. I'm telling you, I wouldn't mind him. The problem I've got with that, I mean, he's a great guy, Ronnie, but I just don't think that would be the best solution at this point. I think that we do need to be getting somebody else in. But like I said, Ronnie Jepson's done a fantastic job for sure, with Neil Warnock, of course. But I know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying. Hashim's in. Big up to you. Big up. And thank you for coming in. Really appreciate that. Ramses deserves to go fishing on his pond. I mean, yeah, he does love a bit of fishing, doesn't Neil? So yeah, he does. Luca's in. Hello. Yes, I'm okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm alright. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, let's continue the ratings. So up next, we've got Matty Pearson. I think, again, Matty Pearson had a fantastic game, really. Obviously, he didn't have much to do, but obviously he did cope with what he had to do. I think he was just a usual trademark style performance, really, from Pearson, if I'm honest. So for me, I have to give him a 7 on that basis. I mean, what do you think, Ollie, about this?
Yeah, with him, he obviously got an assist in the game, which I think boosts his rating a bit. So for me, just going to check his stats. Obviously, an assist, no goals, 1 clearance, 1 block shot, 1 interception, 1 tackle. Not the best accurate passes, same as similar to Nichols. He only got 39%. Nichols got 34. 2 key passes. Lost possession quite a lot. Got the assist, decent stats. On my app, he got a 7.1, but I'm going to increase that to an 8. For me, clean sheets, assist. What more could you want from a defender? And if you would have got a goal for me, 10 with goal and assist. But for me, yeah, clean sheet and an assist, especially for a defender as an assist, obviously. So for me, he gets an 8. I do agree with your possibly agree with your 7, but for me, assist for a defender or a goal definitely deserves a high rating. So for me, 8. And as I said, I would have given him more if he didn't got a goal. But if he wouldn't have got that clean sheet, I would totally agree with you. 6 or 7 for me, but 8 for me, clean sheet, assist. So that's my rating, 8 for Pearson.
Yeah, good point. To be fair, mate. Yes, I understand what you're saying. So yeah, fair play on that. Yeah, like I say, I don't disagree with you. Ramsey's gone for a 7 for Pearson. Joseph's gone for a 7 as well. George likes to have a precise rating, 7.3. I don't know where you get the point 3 from, really.
Wait, actually, that's on my app at 7.3.
I mean, to be fair, they do ratings in points sometimes, don't they? So it's not always a but yeah, I've never really done it like that, really. Aiden says Nichols 6.5 and Pearson 7. Yeah, nice, yeah. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Nice ratings there for them too. Ramses forgot to mention that Reading's goalkeeper is the worst keeper I've ever seen.
He got 4 saves.
No, he got closed down way too much and made so many questionable passes. Worry for Reading if he's their number one. That's it. I mean, he may have made some saves on it, but he did look a bit shaky, to be honest with you, throughout the match. So yeah, but Rams, you're just honest, brutal, and you bring the truth to the chat for sure, as always. But yeah, next up is Tom Lees. Of course, he did skip at the side. Obviously, Jonathan Hogg was on the bench, so he was the captain. And yeah, again, a really solid performance. Just routine defending. He did. Obviously, that was all he was required to do, routine defending, and he did that. So for me, I've got to give Leesy a 7. I think he was brilliant. Really good partnership with them three at the back with Pearson, Lees, and Helliker. What a defence we've got, really. But yeah, Lees a 7. I mean, what do you think about Lees, Ollie? I mean, do you think he maybe do you agree, or are you going a bit higher, or what do you think?
For me, I'm going to agree with you again. Obviously, I agree with you, Nichols, and I put an 8 for Pearson, but 7 for me. As I said, clean sheet for all the defenders, so they're going to get at least a 7. Got 4 clearances, 1 block shot, 1 tackle. He did get better pass accuracy, actually. 60%. 43 touches and 21 passes. He didn't make any key passes, but yeah, for me, clean sheet. As I said, the defender, if they get a goal or an assist, they get at least 8, 9, or 10. But yeah, definitely a 7 for him. Not the best game, probably one of the best defenders. Yeah, for me, average 7. I do agree with you on that one. 7 for me, probably the second best defender for me in that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, clean sheet. They always get at least a 7 with a clean sheet. Probably more. He could have got possibly better pass accuracy, more key passes, more clearances possibly as well. But yeah, good performance for him. He gets an average 7 for me.
Yeah, absolutely, mate, absolutely. Joseph's gone for a 7.1 for Leeds. Yeah, 7.1. Ramsey's gone for a 7. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we all agree on 7.
Yeah, and George has gone for 7.2. So going a bit higher there. But yeah, thank you. Keep the ratings coming, guys. Like I said, I do love seeing your ratings, and obviously we put them up on screen here. But yeah, next up obviously is Hellick. Yeah, another fine defensive performance for me from Hellick. I mean, what a player. I call him the brick wall because he really has been outstanding this season for us, really. Obviously he stopped Shane Long getting in late on with a great, obviously, challenge. So, yeah, for me, I think he was our best defender, really. So I'm going to go for an 8 for Hellick. I think he was absolutely brilliant, really, for me. And he has been all season. More so when Pearson got back. Obviously, Pearson, they've got a good partnership, along the back line with them. But yeah, an 8 for me. What do you make of Hellick and his performance?
Yeah, for me, Hellick, I'm going to give him another 7.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying with an 8. He did all right. As I said, clean sheet. I'm going to look at his stats. That's what I'm going to do for most players. 2 clearances, 1 block shot, more passing possession. So that does get his rating up maybe a bit. But yeah, not the best stats. He could have had a better game, but for me, average 7. I think, and all the defenders, apart from Pearson, get a 7. Or I won't spoil my Ruffle one. He'll probably get a bit of maybe a 7. But for me, 7. Yeah. So defenders had an okay game. So clean sheet, but could have been better. They could have had, at least a goal and assist or made, better stats. But for me, it gets a 7 as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Spot on. Josie's gone for a 7 for Helic. Yeah, absolutely, mate. George has gone for an 8 for Helic.
Ooh.
Nice. And Ramsey has gone for a 9. He's made some quality tackles. He did make some quality tackles, but yeah, ain't that funny? It went 7, 8, 9, which I thought was quite funny. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, honestly, Helic has been just unbelievable this season. I mean, really, but yeah, fair enough, mate. I mean, I can't argue with any of those really. I can understand each rating, each rating's point of view really. But yeah, next up, obviously, we've got Josh Ruffles. Obviously, he made an impressive first half tackle to stop Aziz getting one-on-one with Nichols. Really good outing overall for Ruffles, actually. I know I've been quite critical of Ruffles at times, but I do think that sometimes he can do a lot better and we do want a bit more from him. But in this game, he did play very well. So for me, I'm going to give him an 8. I think he was very good for me. So yeah, I mean, Ollie, what do you make of Ruffles in your rate? I think you said 7, but yeah, you can explain.
Yeah, for me, I'll go with a 7 again. I'm going to explain, of course, most defenders. For me, a 7 is a clean sheet at least. If you get a 6, you either conceded at least 1 goal or not had the best of games. But a 7 for me is always an average rating. I give 7s for a lot of things, to be honest. But 2 clearances, 1 interception, 1 tackle, 47 touches. Oh, he had a decent passing percentage, 92.2%.
Yeah.
Which is quite good. But for me, he gets an average 7. Could have been 8 if he was more impactful. But for me, all the defenders get 7, as I said, apart from Pearson, who got the assist, which definitely boosts up his rating for me. But as I said, if the players, to boost the 8 for the 7s, they could have got a goal or assist or had better stats, as I said. But for me, he gets a 7 as well.
And look who we have in the back room. We have got our good friend, of course, from Horace Talks Football, of course. It's always a pleasure to welcome you onto the channel. He knows this. But yeah, welcome on to Horace. Big up, mate. Big up.
He's on the bus.
He's on the bus. Big up to you. Big up. We're just doing our rate. Hang on, let me just... Yeah, so we've done Ruffles. What did you make of Ruffles, Horace? I mean, I don't, what rating would you give him?
I'll give him a 7. I thought it was alright, but
yeah.
For me, I'll give him a 7 for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just. Yeah, Georgie says Ruffles 7.5. Yeah, fair enough. George has gone for a 7.9. Yeah, nearly an 8. You should just give him an 8, George. Just give him an 8, please. And Randy says a 9. Again, he made some impressive tackles, he said. Apart from Throne, he's been the player who's been most powerful since Warnock has come in. Yeah, I think he's done very well, hasn't he? Didn't think he had it in him. Yeah, I mean, good points there, really. But yeah, another high score. And I can understand that point of view for sure. But yeah, Ramsey, big up to you, as always, in the chat there. But yeah, next up we've got David Kasulu, who, of course, put a big shift in from central midfield. And, I think he did very well. I think he did. He just had a really positive game for me. So for me, I'm going to give him a 7. Ollie, what do you think? Do you think Kasumu deserves a bit higher, or would you stay the same, or what do you think?
Yeah, for me, he gets 8. He got impressively an 82.6 passing possession, which is good. 33 touches, 1 long ball, 8 ground duels, 1. So for me, 6 tackles as well. So that's good. Obviously, he didn't get a goal and assist, and he was subbed off in the 87th minute. So he played most of the game, and he had a good game for me. I do agree possibly with your 7. He could have got a 7 because he didn't really impact. But for me, he gets a 8, I think. Yeah.
An 8, yeah, an 8. Yeah. Nice one. Maybe I'm being harsh in there,
Maybe.
but I don't know. But yeah, Orest, would you agree? Do you think an 8 does warrant them? Them stats are really keep them coming on. By the way, I do love the stats, but yeah, an 8 seems maybe a more reasonable score, really. But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think 7.5 for me.
Yeah.
That's on fair, but yeah, obviously Ollie was reading that stats, yeah, 82. So for me, 7.5.
Yeah, absolutely. Kasumu, an 8.5. Joseph says nice.
Quite high. It's quite high, but
yeah, high. Yeah. George's gone for an 8. Yeah, so an 8 there, and Ramsey's gone for an 8 as well. He always puts in a shift. Yeah, he always does. And you get absolutely. Even if he hasn't come up all the time, he always puts in a shift. I totally agree with you there, mate. But yeah, next up we have got DR. No, we've got Radoni. Sorry, Jack, of course.
Your player.
My player. And yeah, I mean, obviously he did have that chance in the second half. The effort cleared off the line. I thought that was very unlucky. And I think he had a brilliant, good performance, really, if I'm honest. I think you always going to get a solid game from him, really. So for me, I give him a 7.5 for that, because I do think he played well, to be fair. But yeah, Ollie, what do you make of his performance?
Yeah, good performance. He had quite a lot of touches, 53 touches, which is really good. He had 75% possession. Accurate passes, which 24 he made. 2 key passes, which is also good. 1 shot on target. So for me, obviously, no goals and assist. 7.5 for me. Did you say that? 7.5?
Yeah, you said the same as me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would have boosted up for the 8 if he got a goal and assist, or if he had better stats than I said. But for me, 7.5. I think that's my first 7.5. I said a lot of 7s or 8s, but for me, I'm changing it up a bit. 7.5. He could have got that 8 just a little bit more if he would have got a goal and assist. But yeah, 7.5 for me. I was going to give a 7, but looking at his stats, he gets 7.5 for me.
Yeah,
absolutely. And Orest, what did you make of him, and what's your rating, do you think?
Yeah, I'll give him a 7. I don't think it was bad. I thought it was good, but obviously, if he had an assist, I would have given it to Neil. But listen, he's a very special player, and I can see why he's lying. He loves him, so yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
he's still young as well, so yeah.
Yeah, he certainly is a bright player, and he's got a very bright future ahead of him, for sure. And I'm really happy that we've got him at the club, really. He's a great talent, and he's only going to get better. Let's have a look at the ratings for Radoni then. Joseph's gone for a 7.5. Yeah, he always works hard. I agree there. He always works hard for the team, puts the shift in. JF is here, 8 for Jack. Nice, yeah, nice. Nice rating there. Radoni, 7, was so unlucky not to score, though. Not to score. I thought he had it first. I mean, I did as well. I said that earlier. I thought he was going in. I've seen Naby Sarr coming up and getting the block in there. But yeah, it's one of those, and he did deserve it, actually. Radoni was the first player to feature in every game since Alex Smith in 2013. But interesting. You know what? I love these stats that people are bringing here. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he's featured in every game, which is really good. And he's learned a lot I think he's learned a lot in his development this season as well, from the experiences he's had. So listen, Radoni, keep it up. I know he will. He'll keep working out. And yeah, I'm really, really happy that he's had the season he's had, especially the ending. Obviously, he's got a few goals to his name, and yeah, he can really kick on next season, I think, and be even better. George says Radoni 7.5. Yeah, nice. You agree with me? And Ollie. Great ratings there for them. Keep them coming. And we will be going on to the next player. Of course, is JK, Josh Koroma. Hopefully, this is not the last rating I put on him for Josh Koroma. Hopefully, he does stay on. But anyway, that's for another day. Obviously, he looked extremely keen to create a goal for himself here, I think. And, you know, who can really blame him, So these efforts that he had, obviously got a goal, great goal. Again, whenever Josh Koroma has the ball, you think he's going to do something. You think he's going to create something. So, yeah, for me, Josh Koroma gets an 8. I think he was really good. Ollie, what do you think about Josh Koroma? Did you? Yeah, what do you think about Josh Koroma?
Yeah, of course. He had a great game. If he got even another goal, he'd definitely get 10 from me. 2 goals is deserved of a 10. Even 2 goals and assist is like probably more than a 10, like 11, but you can't do that. Yeah, got the goal, 32 touches, wasn't much. Obviously, strikers don't really get much, touches. 11 passes and 84% accuracy. So for me, I'm going to give him a high rate. I'm going to give him an 8.5.
Yeah.
I was thinking of giving him an 8, but with those passing and the touches, obviously not many, but the goal, he's definitely the best player for me. Probably the highest rating I'm going to give. I would give him a 9, but for me, a 9, possibly an assist, maybe. And I said 2 goals, I would have given him 10. But for me, I'm going to be different to you. Obviously, don't really want to be the same. 8.5 for me. Could have had a better game, but yeah, good to get the goal, of course. Only player on the pitch who wasn't a sub got the goal. So for me, he gets an 8.5. Yeah.
Yeah. And Oris, what did you make of JK? Did you? What rating would you give him for this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8. Obviously, for that goal, good goal. So yeah, an 8. It's literally. I hope they does stay. But we'll see what happens. Right? So you got a lot of players that needs.
Yeah.
We're talking handball very soon. Right? Yeah, for me, Chroma 8.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, nice. George is 8.5 for George. Yeah, nice. Jay's gone for a 9 for Koroma, and Joseph's gone for an 8.6, and Ramsey's gone for a 9. Really got that spark about him back. He absolutely reminds me of the lockdown season, absolutely, and it's really nice to see, how he's been able to turn his fortunes around again. Really. So yeah, nice ratings as always, guys. Keep them coming as always. We are nearly at the end of this. It is quite long-winded, this part of the show, but I do like to give my ratings anyway. But next up we have got Brahima Diana, who obviously, if you remember, he did press the goalkeeper into the mistake, and then obviously set up Corona for the goal. I think Diarra played well in this one, actually. I have to do. He's a great player, and I think that he will only get better. And this experience, and especially under Warnock, they'll learn so much. Yeah. So for me, a 7. I think Diarra played very well. So for me, it has to be a 7. Ollie, what did you make of Diarra?
Yeah, not. He got the assist. So not a bad game. 36 touches, which is more than Koroma. Yeah, he is a forward as well. He's like playing, behind Rhodes. So, but yeah, looking at his stats, he played 68 minutes, so he was stopped off. Got an assist, 70% accuracy, three key passes. So for me, I'm gonna give him an 8. Good game from him. Got the assist. As said, probably give him a 9 or a 10 if he got another goal and assist. But yeah, good game from him. Few touches, good pass accuracy, good assist and key passes as well. 3 key passes, so that's quite good. But for me, did you say an 8, Brian, or what did you say?
No, I said a 7 me for Diarra.
Yeah. For me, I'll go with an 8. Oris, mute your mic when you're not speaking. It's quite loud.
Oris, what did you make of Diarra? Do you agree with us, or how do you feel about Diarra?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8. Obviously got the assist. I thought he played very well.
Yeah, he did, and it's nice to see him get an opportunity this season, actually, in the first team, for sure. Jason's, did you tell Kevin to get JK signed? I was a bit overwhelmed. I couldn't. Obviously, I said hello to him. Obviously, said all right. He was asked if I were okay and that. But no, I didn't. Unfortunately, I know a few people did though. So I know a few people put comments in there. But I was a bit overwhelmed. So yeah, but hopefully he does sign. George says a 7 for Diarra. Indeed. Joseph's gone for a 7. He's going. Yeah, next season I think he's going to be even better. Yeah, I agree, Joseph. I do. He really will learn a lot this season, and now next season you'll see him push on even more. So yeah, hopefully it's a magical season for him. Diarra an 8. Ramsey says their keeper probably woke up sweating after having a nightmare about Diarra the night after. Yeah, good pressing play. I mean, he's bundles of energy. Of course, you expect that at his age, and yeah, he obviously did. Really put pressure on the keeper so many times, didn't it? Next up, we have got Jaheim Headley, who started on the left wing before being moved to an unfamiliar role on the right, obviously to allow Corona to hold more influence on his preferred side. Presumably, he departed at the break for Ben Jackson, who did come on. But for me, I think Headley was okay, but he doesn't warrant. I think this is probably my lowest score. Yes, it is. For me, I give Headley a 6. I just don't think he was able to maybe get into this game as well as he liked, really. But yeah, Ole, what do you make of not Diarra, sorry, the look-alike Headley, Jaheim Headley? Yeah.
Yeah, for me, yeah, I agree with you. It's going to be my lowest rating. Everyone I've given at least a 7 or an 8.5. I think, yeah, my average has been 7s to 8.5. But for me, he gets a 6.5. I don't want to be too harsh, but I like looking at the accurate passes. He only had 10 passes, but he got 76%, 22 passes, 3 tackles, which isn't bad. So for me, no goals and assists. He only played 45 minutes as well. He was subbed off at half time. So for me, 6.5, didn't play much of the game. If he would have played 90 minutes, I'd probably boost that up to a 7. But for me, you can't play 45 minutes and get a rating more than a 6 or 7. So for me, 6.5, as said, I agree with you, lowest rating. Unless people on the bench didn't play for long, but on-field player, he was my worst rating. And for me, he doesn't deserve a 7. He doesn't deserve anything above a 6.5. A 6 possibly as well. I do agree with your 6, but for me, I'm looking at his stats. He didn't have the best games, but he got a few decent stats. And on my app, actually, he did get 6.5 as well. So I agree with the app, and I agree. Yeah, 6.5. I don't want to be too harsh with a 6, but I'll give him a 6.5.
Yeah. And Oris, what do you think about that? What do you make of his performance?
I'll give him a 6 to be fair. So I don't want to be too harsh on him, but I think 6 is a fair score for him.
Yeah, we don't like to be too harsh either, to be fair. So, but yeah, fair enough. Let me just have a look. Jay says Diarra just needs a goal. He's giving him an 8. Yeah, indeed. Headley a 6. Joseph says, yeah, agree with me. Yeah. George says 6.6, and then Ramsey's gone for a 5 for Headley. Was a bit of an off game for him, including making a dodgy pass in the first half, but nothing too concerning. Probably just still hungover from Thursday night. I mean, yeah, probably maybe, but yeah, but yeah. I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying. So I didn't want to go lower than a 6 for him, but yeah, I understand that point of view for sure. Next, we are nearly the end of our ratings, by the way. But yeah, Jordan Rhodes, of course, really determined showing from the GOAT, as I call it. He's a GOAT, to be fair. A goal-scoring GOAT, shall we say. But yeah, really determined showing from him. Great cross, obviously, to tee up with Donny. Obviously, that chance that was cleared off the line, very unlucky, not to get an assist to his name. But I thought he worked very hard, as he always does. And yeah, for me, though, I give him a 6. He wasn't as effective as maybe I would have liked, but yeah, a 6 for me. Ole, what did you make of Rhodes?
Yeah, for me, another low rating. He doesn't deserve a high rating. Once again, no assists, no goals. 1 shot on target, which isn't bad. yeah, looking at his stats, decent accurate pass accuracy. For me, as I said, I don't want to be harsh with the sixes, so I'm going to go with another 6.5 for me.
Yeah.
I did want to give him a 6, but as I said, he did play 68 minutes, which I gave Headley 6.5 for playing 45, so he does deserve a 6.5 for playing at 68 minutes. But yeah, 6.5 for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And Orest, what did you make of Jordan Rhodes? Do you think what do you think?
Rhodes, I'm gonna give him a 6, man. Another low scoring, but yeah, I'll give him a 6. I think that's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. What was it? Oh yeah, Ramsey says the Rhodes is a 7. Was really determined to try and get into the game and create some good opportunities at the time. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, a solid 7 for him. Yeah, fair enough. And Joseph's gone for a 6.5 for Rhodes. Yeah, indeed. So yeah, we're gonna go on to my favourite, not my favourite. We know this. Mr. Waghorn, who, obviously his last game, he won't be coming back, that's for sure. I can categorically say that. And I'm kind of glad. Well, I'm not kind of, I'm very glad. I don't understand why he brought him on, if I'm honest with you. Obviously it was his last game, but for me, obviously he played 22 minutes, didn't do anything as usual. So for me, I'm going to give him a 3. I'm sorry, but I just don't rate Waghorn at all, and I'm sorry, but he just wasn't good for me in this one, as always. But yeah, Ole, what do you make of Waghorn?
Yeah, he had a poor game, only 9 touches and 4 passes. For me, I'm going to give him a low rating. It has to be a 5 for me. I'm not going to be harsh and give him a 3. I'm going to give, for me, he's not the worst, but one of the worst on the bench. And I'm going to give low ratings for players like Jonathan Hogg and that. But for me, he gets a 5. Didn't play much of the game, didn't really impact the game. So for me, he gets a 5. My lowest rating so far. So yeah, he deserves a 5. He didn't play for long. He didn't really do anything impact the game.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Honest, what do you make of Waghorn's performance?
I'll probably give him a 4.5. For me, listen,
Yeah,
he's gonna go back. I don't think he's gonna stay. So listen, he's just not being it, man. He really ain't. So for me, 4.5, and
yeah.
he's not good enough. I'm sorry, but he's not good enough. So yeah.
But he's not. No, it really isn't good enough at all. George says 5.5 for Waghorn. That's very generous, George. Joseph says 4.9 for him, yeah. And Ram says Ryan's favourite. He already knows Ryan's favourite, of course. 5 was brought on to run around. Forgot he was on. I mean, yeah. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't jump. He doesn't try and get involved. His touch is terrible. He's just terrible. But yeah, moving swiftly on to, we're going from one extreme to the other here, but we are going to go on to our final player, of course, leaving the best to last, maybe. Joseph Humbo. Humbo has been a revelation. He really has been a revelation since he's come in, really. I've loved watching him. He's been a joy. I saw his post on Instagram he posted earlier. Obviously thanking the fans for his support, and he really enjoyed his time at the club. And yeah, a lot of comments were saying come back next season. Let me put it that way. But yeah, he was great again, time and time again. Whenever he gets an opportunity, he takes it, and this wasn't any different. Obviously, what a goal! The fact that he curled that goal into the top corner. Oh, I could watch it over and over again. But yeah, I mean, we have to make sure we try and get this guy back, because honestly, he's not going to be on much money, and I think that he will be a very good sack for sure. And you can tell he loves this club, and I do think if he does get an opportunity, he'll certainly come back. He won't even have to think about it. So yeah, anyway, I'm diverting. I thought he was very good in this game. like I said. So for me, he's getting the highest rated, and I know he was only on for 22 minutes, but what he did during that 22 minutes was just incredible, really. So for me, I'm giving him 8.5 for me, Humbo. Outstanding. Ollie, what did you make of his performance?
Yeah, great game. Came on and got the goal. Yeah, brilliant. I mean, he's on loan from Watford, so hopefully he stays. Definitely one of the players. Obviously, Hogg, you don't want to stay. He doesn't need to stay. He's going to go back to Coventry. But yeah, I got the goal. Came on in only 22 minutes. He came for as well, so I got the goal. For me, I would give an 8.5. He gets an 8 because he only played 22
Yeah,
minutes. I would possibly put it down to a 7.5, but I want to be generous. He didn't play for long and getting a goal coming on, brilliant. So for me, 8 could be an 8.5 if he played longer and got maybe another goal, whatever. But for me, 8.
yeah. And Orest, last but not least, what did you make of Humbo? And yeah, what a player. I'm sure you'll agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 9, man. This guy, listen, Huddersfield need to sign him up. I'm sorry, but listen, he is quality, man. And that goal, it was everywhere on Twitter. When I mean everywhere, even at big pages, he even showed it. And then when I watched that, that was a rocket, man. For me, 9, absolute fantastic, and hopefully he gets a permanent contract. But yeah, 9
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if it's another loan, I'd take him back for another seat on loan again if that was an option as well. So, but obviously, it would be nice to sign him. But yeah, if it's a loan, then at least he's still coming back. So, we'll just have to see. But yeah, absolutely agree with you, mate. Ramsey's Humbo at 9. He has got to stay. If that isn't the first thing Nagel does, then the Nagel outside will be made. Oh, brutal by Ramsey. I mean, I understand that. To be honest with you, he does need to be signing. There's no excuse. He's shown more than enough to deserve it, and he will be a star player for us again next season if he decides to come. Like I said, Watford, he doesn't really get a look in there, so yeah, he should come back and yeah, have another full season with us instead of a couple of months. But yeah, Joseph says 8.7 for Humbo. Yeah, nice, and George gone for a 9 for Humbo as well. Yeah, indeed. Very high scores as expected. Ramsey, to be fair, Watford might have seen how well Humbo's done, and with them staying down, they might want to. I mean, they may want to keep all of him, might they? But I don't know. I just hope that they do. Honestly, they've got quality in them areas that he plays anyway, so I'm not sure if that would be an option really. But yeah. We're going to talk about of course, Helic was presented with the Player of the Season award, and here he is with his little trophy there. But yeah, I mean, Helic has been absolutely outstanding, if I'm honest with you. And look, in his first season at the club, obviously he did sign on deadline day last summer from Barnsley. And yeah, we knew what we were going to get with this guy. Honestly, he did very well at Barnsley. He's experienced. And he's not disappointed. He's gone above and beyond, really, for me. Obviously, he's the first defender to be named Player of the Year since our former captain, Christopher Schindler, of course, a very familiar name for us. And, obviously, he got 33% of the votes. And Jack Redoni finished runner-up with 28%. And, Matty Pearson got 18%. For this as well, but yeah, obviously it was I think it was a nice moment for him to get before the game. Like I say, he's played 37 times for us. He's played almost every minute really. Obviously, he did have a bit of an injury in February, but he's got a couple of goals to his name as well. 2 goals, 2 assists, and only 2 bookings. So very disciplined as well in that area for a defense. He doesn't get booked. He's just been an incredibly reliable since arriving. And I said earlier, the partnership that he's had with Lees, and obviously Pearson, since his return from injury. He's just remained so effective, very committed. No nonsense branded defender. He's a proper defender, proper centre half for me. Like I said, deserving of this award. And I think his ability on the ball going forward as well, very underrated. I think he was being very good. Obviously, 27 years of age. Yeah, obviously his debut season, and I'm really happy that we managed to get him in. And look, he's going to keep getting better, and next season he's going to have a real break. He'll get even better for me. So bigger and better things for him in the future. But yeah, big, massive congratulations to Helik for that. What did you? I mean, I know you. I don't know how much you've watched of us this season. I know you've kept an eye on quite a lot. But what have you made of Helik? Do you think he deserves this award? I think you're on mute, Ollie.
Sorry. I was on mute because I might have heard my mum shouting. So
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, he got an assist against Middlesbrough, and he's had some good ratings. Goal against Hull, a few goals and assists as well, coming from Barnsley back in 2022. So for me, yeah, he's had good ratings. He's had some goals, some assists, and for me, Pearson, he'd done quite well as well, and maybe Cromer could have had it, and I'm looking back at Pearson as well. He's had a few goals, so for him to finish second is quite a bit of a surprise. But Halleck, yeah, he's been great. And obviously Polish. I'm not sure if he does start for Poland, but he probably should. Yeah, for me, yeah, definitely deserved for me.
Yeah.
Looking at the Polish squad, I don't think he plays for Poland, but yeah, he has made a debut for him, so he's definitely played. But for me, yeah, well deserved. Good defender for you guys, and hopefully, bigger and better things from him. Maybe he can go and try and get player of the season again next season. Maybe we'll wait and see. But yeah, good for him to get this milestone.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are going to be wrapping up very soon.
Yeah.
The next few minutes.
Did the West have to go?
Yeah, Oris probably had connection issues. So yeah,
connection issues.
I will make sure. I'm sure you will as well. But obviously, I'll make sure I shout out his channel in a minute. But yeah, let me just have a look. Where am I now? Yeah, Joe says fully deserved best centre back since we had Schindler. If we didn't have him, we would concede so many goals. Yeah, I mean, we'd have conceded a lot more if we didn't have him. Definitely so, mate. So I agree there. And Ramsey says that back three of Helik, Pearson and Lees is the best in the Championship since Warnock has come in. I mean, absolutely. I think that partnership. Obviously, the football, we've got to build from the back. And we've got the fact that we've got Lee Nichols in goal, and obviously the back three of Helik, Pearson and Lees, depending on what formation we play. But yeah, they're fantastic. That the foundation's there. Like I said, we just need to get a few more players in midfield, and obviously up front we need a striker. And we're ready to go. We're ready to go for next season. But yeah, finally, obviously, I do want to bring up the final league table as it looks now. So we have finished 18th, obviously, with 53 points. As you can see, won three of our last 6, which is remarkable. And yeah, obviously, as it happens, we've actually managed to finish, obviously, 9 points above the relegation zone after all that. So yeah, very pleasing, and a very pleasing end to the season. I think obviously, it's been a difficult year, like I said, but we've had the fairy tale ending, like I said earlier, and it has been a terrible year. But Warnock certainly put a smile back on our faces over the last few months, and we are ever so grateful for that. So I mean, Ole, 18th place. I mean,
yeah,
53 points. I mean, to be honest with you, if you would have said that, maybe a few months ago that we'd get to 53 points, I don't think I would have believed you. So the fact that we have got that is quite good, isn't it? Really, from where we were,
Yeah, for me, it's a great season for you guys. Because you stayed up, you had a good end to the season.
Yeah.
And yeah, great season for me. I know, obviously, you haven't achieved anything good like mid-table or playoffs. But for me, you stayed up. That's the positive thing. Yeah, for me, great season. If I was to rate it, I'll give it a 6 because obviously I'd probably give it higher if you were fighting mid-table, but actually maybe a 7 because you stayed up. For me, a 10 is a win in the league. 9's probably like finishing in the top 4. 8's probably like mid-table, and then 7 and below is probably like, well, for relegation, I'd give something like 0 to 4. But for me, you stayed up. As I said, it's really sad to see Reading go down. They had the points deduction, and it's quite weird. Obviously, Stoke and Birmingham lost, and Huddersfield had 11 points with them, but they didn't overtake them. And Reading as well. Cardiff above them, obviously 5 points behind them, but Cardiff lost as well. So, yeah, I did want it to be Cardiff, Blackpool, and Wigan personally because I'm a bit of a Swansea fan. So, no more Cardiff rivalry. Wigan, we knew they were going to go down, and they are a League One team for me. Blackpool as well, was expecting them to go down, but for me, I really was expecting Cardiff. But Cardiff were doing well at the end of the season, and they were unfortunate to get lost in their last game. But they obviously lost to Huddersfield as well, but they were on a few games without a loss before that game. But yeah, really sad to see Reading go down. Hopefully they can come back next season. And Bolton, they're my team, Bolton. They're playing in the playoffs, so hopefully Bolton can come up and possibly, even play Huddersfield at some point. But yeah, good season for me. You stayed up 18th, and I said no one would have told, if you would have told someone you'd finished 18th, you wouldn't have believed them. So yeah, decent season, good to stay up.
Blow me that, Horace. You're making a lot of background noise there.
A lot of background.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's just go to the comments a moment. Ryan, who do you want to go from the League One playoffs?
Bolton.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it'd be nice to see Bolton back in the Championship, actually, if I'm honest with you.
Have you been to their stadium?
Yeah, I've been a few times. Yeah, it's not too far either from me. So yeah, I've been a few times. But so probably Bolton, Aiden. Probably Bolton.
Yes, come on, Bolton.
Josie says I want Bolton, Aiden, because I want to see Kachunga again. I mean, Kachunga obviously a favourite of mine as well. And obviously he's at Bolton now.
Is he a former Huddersfield player?
Yeah. He was here when we got promoted to the Premier League, obviously. So yeah, a big part of that promotion winning side. Ramsey says, have you heard the rumours about Chicho going to? I mean, I have. Yeah, I have.
Wait, Chico going to where?
Blackpool.
Is he a manager?
He was our assistant of one of our assistants. Right. So obviously, but yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting if he does go. It'd be sad, but yeah, you can't blame if he does want to step up to be a manager. But yeah. Horace, we're just talking about the league table, obviously, finishing with 53 points. I don't think anybody would have thought we'd get to that amount. But yeah, how happy are you to see, obviously, us finishing that high, obviously 18th place. It's a really good turnaround, isn't it, from what we've had to kind of deal with this season.
Of course. I'm happy for you guys, but I'm really getting 53 points. Just unbelievable. And what Neil Warnock has done, it's just incredible, man. It's emotional as well. Like, even as a neutral fan, you want to be emotional. Before Neil Warnock came in, there was zero hope. Players, they gave up. They didn't show enough. So when someone like Neil Warnock comes in, brings in that stability, brings in those principles, and yeah, man, they just listen to him, and yeah, I'm happy for you guys. I'm really happy.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, like I said, what Neil Warnock has done, really, just a miracle. It's just been a miracle. What he's done. Like I said, he said it was his biggest achievement. And yeah, he deserves all the plaudits in the world. He got the appreciation he deserved at the end as well, of course. Like I said, the atmosphere was incredible. But yeah, What a ride it's been this season, guys. What a ride. We've had a lot of ups. We had a lot of downs, sorry. But we've certainly had a lot of ups this back end of the season under Warnock. Waving his magic wand. And yeah, like I said, it's been a difficult season, but of course, you know, everyone that's kept coming in the chat, you know, really, we've helped each other get through this tough season for sure. And you know, now we come out the other end, and we can now forget about this season and draw a line under it and really focus on next season now for myself. Yeah, just unbelievable achievement that we've managed to do this. The greatest escape of championship history completed. And it had to be, of course, Neil Warnock behind it. It had to be him. But yeah, Josie, he deserves a job. He's such loyal and callous. When I love the guy, he deserves to go somewhere into the head coach. I mean, yeah, he does. Yeah, so you're on that cheat show. Yeah, so yeah, if he does, all the best to him. All the best to him for sure. And as always, up the town. Yeah, Rams is always exciting with town. Always, yeah. It's never boring, is it? It's never dull being a town fan. It's either promotion or relegation. There's no in between. Yeah, I absolutely agree. And you know, I wouldn't have. Yeah, we wouldn't have it any other way, would we? Though, really. Yeah, we wouldn't have it any other way. Mid-table, mediocrity. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. It's never dull around this fan. Yeah, 1-0 Warnock. There's only one Neil Warnock. Yeah, indeed. And yeah, great. Big up to you, Joseph. I really do appreciate you coming back every single time. You're always one of the first in, for sure. And Aidan says, "Yeah, it's been a joy, Aidan. It really has been a joy." And I have to applaud everybody that's coming and engaged, because, like I said, the chat does make the channel what it is. Without the chat, without the engagement, you know, it doesn't make it. It doesn't make it what it is. You know what I'm saying here. So I think everyone in the chat that continues to support the channel, and honestly, it means a lot to me. You know that. But yeah, I appreciate the kind words, Aidan. Be proud of yourself, mate. I love watching your content count. Yeah, big up to you. Big up to you. I really appreciate that. I love doing this. I do love doing this, even though there's a lot of challenges along the way with YouTube, of course. But you know. Yeah, but big up, and yeah, we can't wait for next season. Obviously, there'll be plenty more content coming from this channel. Don't worry about that. Obviously, transfers, managerial situation as well. I'll give my thoughts on that. And yeah, we will be doing a 1-year stream anniversary tomorrow. Honestly, 1-year anniversary of the channel. Sorry, I should say tomorrow. So I would love you to join me for that. I'll share some of my favorite memories throughout the year since I started, and yeah, we'll just have a look. If you want to come and ask me questions as well on the street, obviously in the chat and whatever, feel free to do so about anything, obviously football related, obviously town related. Just ask whatever you want. You know, come and join us tomorrow at 6 for that one. But yeah, the best stream this season is when we all celebrated Buzz. I mean, that's something. I think, you know what? I think you're right. Ramsey, I do. I think you're right. Right, hang on a minute. We're going to get onto that in a minute. Let me just sort this out. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. Ole, obviously, Ore's coming in as well. Great to have you on. But yeah, Ole, you can shout out your socials. Where can people find you? And obviously all your great stuff that you do on your channel as well, of course.
Yeah, big up Ryan for having me on, of course. It's always a pleasure to come on here. I think 4th or 5th appearance.
Yeah.
I've also love to come on your stream as well tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to do a bit of Manny style. You can catch me on a few channels, of course. The Red Sox Football, big up Arrest, who's been joined a bit late, but big up, man. I always love going on a Red Sox Football. A few other channels, of course, some that I can't, mention for personal reasons, but yeah, can't really think of any other channels I've been on. Obviously, a few other channels. Big up TJ Warren, who joined my stream. I'd love to go on his channel, EGTV. I joined his stream when he was called Eagle Talks Football. I think I've been in a few other channels, probably Arsenal AFC Talk Show. Big up, of course, MK. Obviously, Flair left recently. And of course, here Huddersfield Town Fan TV. I love coming on here, and obviously love to join your stream tomorrow. Be a big occasion for the 1 year of the channel. And as I said, love Huddersfield. One of my second teams now. Swansea, Arsenal, Huddersfield is definitely the top 5 teams. Yeah, for me, you can find me Decent Care on YouTube. Probably stream Thursday 7 p.m. I'm going to schedule that when I get a thumbnail on Instagram from the person who's given me the thumbnail. So yeah, he's always done my thumbnail. So big up yourself. But yeah, you can catch me there 7 p.m. Thursday. There's going to be a review of Game 35. Obviously, Arsenal getting another win, so good for us to get another win, of course. So we really need to keep this men going. Win our last 3 games, and Man City have got Everton away next. So come on, Everton, do us a favour. And they've got Brighton away coming up, so they've got a bit of an easier run in for them. But we really do hope they drop some points and us to win all our remaining games. Obviously, they get more games than us and stuff, and they've got Champions League. We'll see what happens tonight, whether they get any injuries or anything. But yeah, catch me on Decent Claro. Make sure you do watch about my videos, public watch hours. They seem to always be going down. I think it's like 1,600 now. So let's keep getting those up. Like I do, just literally put the stream on. You can watch it if you want, or you can just put it on silent and put it on the tab and leave it on, whatever, or watch back my videos. And another thing on my channel, Highest Point videos, of course, big up Ryan. I'm going to meet Ryan there. Highest Point videos coming up. 3rd year I'm going this year. First time I went was 2020, and this festival's been going since 2018. So I've been, seeing some great acts such as Mimi Webb, Sigala, Becky Hills, and this year, obviously, Freya Ridings, who's Ryan looking forward to seeing, The Steel, Anne Marie, loads of other, artists and DJs as well. So it's going to be fun. Videos, obviously, from Freya Ridings, Anne Marie. I'm trying to film a lot of songs, their popular songs. Yeah, catch me on Instagram as well, ollie.sinclair56. Go like my recent post about my birthday. Obviously, it was my birthday on Sunday. So, yeah, I got a few things. I'm getting a phone, and that's the case of the phone. I got a few prime flavors as well. I got some chocolate money. I got new decks as well. Got an Arsenal stadium tour, football related. I got that from my Auntie Bex. Big up, of course. Yeah, make sure you go like that. On the road to 100 likes. I think 53 or 52. Our Instagram self fan page recently hit 500, and also big up for getting 100 likes on my recent post. Big up. I did well, the guy actually did it with got 800 followers, so maybe that did help. But I made the edit, but he put like the full time on it and the badges. So big up him. I think it's solly.afc. Big up, mate. Ollie.sinclair546 on TikTok. I'm chatting that out because I think I'm really close to 400, and a TikTok will about soon, probably about Highest Point. And I'm actually going to post it in my main account about Joel Corey's new song coming out this Friday. I actually saw it live before it came out. It was featuring Katie Beja. It's called Dance Around It. It's going to be a good song coming out on Friday. Yeah, also make sure you follow my SoundCloud, doing sped up songs on there. DJ Claro. And DJ Claro 556, all capitals, no spaces, on Mixcloud. Love doing mixes. Obviously, Mondays I do Who Does This mixes, which is 20-minute mixes. Tuesday, artist mixes. Wednesday, DJ Claro in the mix. And Thursday's a day off. And then sometimes New Music Friday on the Friday. And then sometimes some weekend mixes. But no DJ Claro in the mix tomorrow. There'll be Highest Point mix on Thursday. I'm not really sure if I can do a mix on Friday because I'm going to Highest Point that day. And then no mix on Saturday as well because of the weekend. So there'll be a mix tomorrow at Highest Point, and then a mix Who Does This on Monday. So no, I'll probably skip the new music, but I'll do the new music Friday on my Instagram stories. So yeah, big up Brian. I don't want to take too much of your time, but yeah, as you can see, I'm wearing a shirt today. It's the only thing I could find Huddersfield related to. But yeah, I also got my Highest Point chop ready. It's all ironed ready. Going to be wearing also, where are they gone? Yeah, I'm going to be wearing these sunglasses to the festival. Yeah, but, yeah, but no, big up Ryan for having me on, of course. Big up Arrest as well for coming on late, and big up everyone in the chat. As Ryan said, you make it what these streams are. Without you, the streams wouldn't be the best. And yeah, just find a word, subscribe to DJ Claro, check out my stream Thursday 7 p.m. Follow my fan page, fan page one, Ollie.sinclair56, my main. Also, no Twitter or Facebook, just message me for PlayStation, Xbox, and Snapchat and personal stuff like that. And then also follow my Mixcloud, SoundCloud, and please do follow my TikTok, Ollie Zip556. So I'm about 8 or what away. So Yeah, big up, of course. Thanks for all the birthday messages as well. It was my birthday on Sunday. Didn't really do anything on Instagram, or I did a few stories and stuff, but I didn't do any stream related. Yeah, I got obviously presents, went bowling, got pizza, watched the Arsenal game, which was good to see, get us a win. That's it. Really went to the arcade as well. Got some free sweets. Yeah, apart from that, good day. Went for a walk, I think, as well. Nice breakfast. Watched. I think I watched some telly as well. But yeah, big up Ryan for having me on. I won't take much of your time now, but yeah, do follow me on my socials and big up Arrest and the chat.
Yeah, big up to you, Ollie. Big up for coming on, and like I say, I really appreciate that. But yeah, make sure you do go and follow his socials, his YouTube. Great content, brilliant. But yeah,
big up.
Orest, now you can let people know where you can find. Obviously, you've got a stream coming. Obviously, I'm really looking forward to the stream tonight. Obviously, Man United show. But yeah, where can people find you? And yeah.
Yeah, man, big up family. You know how much I love coming on your channel. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube. I am live in 30 minutes or so for the United show. So yeah, do tune into that. Instagram, find me on football, Twitter, Twitter, normally. So I'm more active on Twitter. So yeah, please make sure you're following me. And yeah, man, big up to Ryan. Obviously, we got 350 episode. Listen, roll to 400.
Yep.
Listen, well deserved, man. Like, guys, whoever's watching, you guys do not appreciate how much Ryan puts effort into this. So, listen, make sure you guys keep subscribing if you haven't, man. Get him to 400 by the next season. So, listen, man, big up man. And I'm looking forward to the 1 year anniversary stream.
Yeah,
so.
same. Yep.
Yeah, big up to you, Honest. You know how much I appreciate that. And yeah, like I said, make sure you do go and subscribe to his channel. Obviously, got a stream at 8 o'clock, which will be really good. So yeah, make sure you tune in for that. But yeah, big up, legends. The lot of it, everyone legend, literally. But yeah, final comments before we go. By the way, George, great stream. Congratulations for it. Big up to you, George. I appreciate that. Big up, mate. Yeah, well done, Ryan, for free. Thank you very much, Joseph. I really appreciate that. Aiden says, yeah, big up to you, man. Honestly, you guys just crazy. I just can't. I'm just blown away. But big up, Aiden, as always, coming in and showing your support and your kind message. He also says happy birthday to you. Ollie obviously knows it's late.
Big up, yeah, belated birthday, but yeah, big up.
Yeah. RWA Productions. Yeah, you did make the playoffs, of course. Sunderland did make the playoffs, so yeah, best of luck in the playoffs to Sunderland. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. But for Sunderland to get in the playoffs is truly incredible.
Wait, is it Championship or League One?
Yeah, Sunderland the Championship.
Yeah.
But yeah, big up to everyone that's come on as always. Big up to my guests, Ollie, Oris. Big up to you. Appreciate it so much. And like I say, the chat has just been on one tonight. Honestly, I just can't believe. I just can't believe it at times, the amount of stuff that amount of engagement, really, to be honest with you. But yeah, like I say, I really appreciate it. Obviously, join us tomorrow, obviously, for the anniversary stream at 6 o'clock as usual. Be good to see you there. Obviously, get your questions ready for the stream as well. Obviously, share some of my favourite memories and things of my channel for the past year, obviously, since it got created. But yeah.
So wait, your first stream was 10th of May 2022.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
It's literally last week because I was going to do it last week, but I thought I just want us to get safe and then we can kind of do it after the season finishes, really. So I've kind of done it like that, really. But yeah, practically, 1 year, really. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it that way. But yeah, have a very good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming by as always. And we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
What's going to be another good show. But yeah, big up everyone and good night.
Big up.
We are staying up. Say we are staying up.
Neil Warnock's Barbie,
Not the Terriers. Come on, you Gunners.